Hey there, Eric Ortiz, Cinema Bear with my cohort.
Mercer Morrison.
And special guest.
I'm Jackie.
Just Jackie.
Just Jackie for this census. Yeah.
Just came from seeing, what's the full title of this thing?
It's Teenage Sex and Death in Camp Miasma.
Yeah, it's Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma, which miasma sounds like a respiratory disease.
Right. It's my miasma still very confused after watching this movie.
Yeah.
Jackie, it feels like you have more of a right to talk about this than either one of us right now.
Yeah.
So please begin.
What are your initial thoughts?
What are my initial thoughts? I thought Gillian Anderson was excellent.
Very true.
Lovely to see her after the X-Files, long time coming.
Very triple X-Files in this one.
Yeah, very triple.
I like the use of weird backgrounds and paintings and metaphor. Many metaphor. I feel like the whole movie is a metaphor for something specific that will spoil. Did we do a spoiler alert?
Let's not do spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay. It's kind of a take on why we all love going to see horror movies.
Yes, very true.
At the end of the day.
Okay. For me, I don't know if you guys seen Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
This felt like the slasher movie equivalent of Last Action Hero with a lot more sexual undertones.
And no Charles Dance.
No Charles Dance. But there was that other character actor, which will probably pop up around here, that we've seen in a whole bunch of other things. The one that played the cop. When you see the movie or not.
The Kids in the Hall guy.
There's a few different characters.
And that's why I bring them along.
Yeah, there's a few different character actors in there. This is like one of the first films that I think since The Lighthouse where I'm walking away being like, I don't know what this film is or what it tried to accomplish. Like, yes, there were metaphors, but I think in the overall archingness of it, maybe it didn't quite pull it off a little bit, and maybe things could have been set up a little bit better.
It was also really self-aware in its approach to being ambiguous, but that's where the best art is made, in the ambiguity of
You
things.
are being so nice right now.
Yeah, you're being incredibly nice. I mean, and again, I like some of the visuals, like you said, I like the matte paintings and things like that.
Right, it felt like a cheap horror movie. Oh, call right by. You're good.
A cheap horror movie that clearly had a budget.
It had a budget. I mean, it was. I do like.
They had a Kevin McDonald budget.
It had a Kevin McDonald, yeah.
I appreciated there's a moment where they go into a film and you even get the changeover effect from one reel going to another, which is for the movie geeks. When it happens, you'll know. But I don't know. I'm more confused than entertained.
Yeah.
And it's kind of bothering me.
But doesn't the best art leave you with more questions you had at the end than you began?
Not always, no, because I've walked away from movies that I completely understood and the metaphors were right there, and I've been like, yes, great. And I'm not saying that this movie is horrifically bad. Right. I don't think so, because again, there were great visuals, great acting
Are
performances.
you not entertained?
I was
entertained.
I am very confused.
You are the devil's advocate in this situation. But I feel and I'm glad that the movie kind of took us along for a ride, that it wasn't paint by numbers or wanting to go, because I thought it was just going to be a semi-meta horror movie that it would turn out that, can we do spoilers?
Mild spoiler.
No.
Yeah, that Gillian Anderson's character was secretly the killer, and then, all this other stuff we've seen in kind of meta horror films before. Yeah. So I'm glad that was happening, but the super duper meta stuff, especially at the end where she's doing the presentation and she's he's still down there in the lake and all this other stuff, that's when it kind of
felt full of itself.
Yeah, got kind of full of itself, and you could kind of you're on a roller coaster, and that's when the nuts and bolts start popping off, and then you're like, oh, we're not quite
nuts and bolts. Yeah. Wink, wink, if you know what I'm talking about.
So self-aware the whole time that they were we know we're doing a weird thing, which I also feel you have to acknowledge.
You have to acknowledge it, and again, I like when movies do take risks. It's just that I kind of felt there could have been a better setup or way of kind of explaining what they were doing, getting towards the end of it.
I like the use of music quite a lot.
The use of music was great in this.
Needle drops were actually, they didn't overuse music. It's actually used properly throughout the course of the story.
There's no James Gunn distracting needle drops.
Right, and there's no use of needle drops. But ultimately, after watching it with a very good crowd at the AMC Lincoln Square.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, kids, this is not sponsored by AMC A-List, but it could be.
Yeah, but it was a full theater. People were on board.
But they even sounded confused. Like, are we supposed to laugh right now? Are we supposed to be scared?
I laughed a lot. I laughed a lot.
Yeah, this movie was made for Jackie, by the way. Well, and the thing was, like, because the director is trans and everything like that that's doing this movie, and then, like, the people that were in the crowd or mishmash of people from the queer community. And for a second, I got up and I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm like a straight male. But then the people behind us, they were like, we're confused too. And I was like, okay, we're all confused together.
I'm also
the straight
confused.
and queer community, we're all confused.
But I just think that's part of the experience.
Yeah. And you know, maybe it could be something. Maybe this movie's just a little bit ahead of its time, and it's not landing the way it should.
Yeah.
So maybe we're there. So okay, so because of you, I've adjusted the honeypot scale. We have a plenty hot scale for the ratings. Instead of being 4 honeypots, it's 5.
5. I think that makes the most sense.
Ladies first. Out of 5 honeypots, what would you guys give the film?
For watchability, it piqued my interest because you are engaged in trying to figure stuff out the whole time and make puzzle things together. I would give it 3.
3 honeypots. 3 out of 5 honeypots from Jackie. Merce?
I think artistic expression. I think I would give it. Again, I'm confused. I think like a 2.5. There were like some things like at the very end. I don't know. Call me a prude, but just her, like Gillian Anderson and them being like covered in blood. She's like nearly naked. But then there's like kids on the thing, and I was a little bit like, let's not do that, that kind of thing. So, but I would say
between bloody at a gas station. Let's not do that.
No, well, like just have kids like. Super like around that kind of thing. I'm sorry to sound.
I think that's also a metaphor, but
to sound so puritanical, but maybe that's just me. And again, actually, I'll say that.
That's where you draw the line in this movie? The kids with water guns at the gas station?
No, well, them being bloody and everything like that. Well, anyway, I love the sex scene though. The sex scenes between Gillian Anderson and the main character. That was
art.
That was actually really out of like all the sex scenes that I've seen that like felt like the most natural build-up to a sex scene.
It didn't feel like it was tacked on. Just to give you like.
It didn't feel tacked on like, oh, you're the hot male lead and I'm the hot female lead. Let's just get together because the script says so. Like it felt like they met and things were kind of organically happening.
Fair enough.
And
it's probably because it was directed by a woman.
Yeah, well, again, like I like that. I'm not faulting that. And again, not paint by numbers in that certain circumstance. So I feel like that with those sex scenes and everything like that were earned, but. Just because of the confusion and everything, I would say between a 2, 2.5.
Okay, so if it's between 2 and 2.5, then it's a 2.
Oh, all right.
No, there is no half. There are no half.
No, because he's saying 2.5.
All right.
I gotta bleep that now.
Yeah.
So I'm landing on 2.5 honeypots as well, which in the Cinema Bear scale rating would call it Incredibad, where I know there's good elements to this film, but ultimately it just doesn't come together. But I get what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It just didn't stick the landing. So that's my take. Well, that's our take on Title Against
Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma.
It's all about the Jackie.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Eric Ortiz here. Jackie, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
And Merce, always a pleasure.
Morrison,
Please like, subscribe, and see you for the next one.